Oh my goodness. Hold on 1 second. I just got a call. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. I kept pushing my live back. I am so, so sorry. Um, I had to take care of some stuff and I was running late to trying to get back in here. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Whew. Amber, you did a great job this morning. I'm about to crack open the Bible, girl. Good morning. Hi, Dreamsicle. Hi, I am Joyce, Speedo, Appalachian Crazy Cat Mama. I'll let Amber know what you said. I promise. I'll let her know. Hi, Drea. Drea, why are you not at work? Hi, Sweet Potato, Gamecock Jenny. So, guys, I wanted to come live yesterday, and well, really not yesterday. I wanted to come live Monday, and I really didn't. I just wasn't in the mood. But I did go live with Debbie Monday evening, but I didn't. Screenshot. Hold on. I'm just telling her I just sent her the screenshot. Okay. Um, I went live with Debbie Monday and that was fun. I didn't want to do anything heavy, but I want to talk about Jake Harrow and his sentencing, but I want us to listen to Rebecca's mom who spoke in court. But before we do that, let's talk about these monkeys, okay? Let's talk about these escape monkeys. They are escaping. They are acting fucking crazy. And one of them got pew-pewed. And that's some shit. So let me just share that out. Just like, wait a minute. We've got monkeys that's running amok. And Tulane needs to do a whole lot better. They really need to do a whole lot better than what they've done. So let's take a look at these monkeys.
So first, can you
First of
say spell your
all,
first and last name,
I
please?
want you to listen to this reporter. She is so unprofessional, it's not even funny. I want you to listen.
So first, can you say and spell your first and last name, please?
Jessica Bond, Jessica Bond.
Perfect.
Um,
Nice to meet you, Miss Jessica.
Nice to
I'm
meet
at
you.
148.
I guess it'll
Um,
start simple. What happened
Have
to
you
you
seen?
yesterday?
Well, um, I was sleeping for the most part, and my son.
So she was sleeping for the most part. Now I want you to remember she was sleeping for the most part. And they have escaped monkeys, okay, from Louisiana, from Tulane's lab. But her son says the dogs are barking. She said, well, what is it? Now I want you to hear this. This didn't make no damn sense to me.
Heard the dogs barking because I had told him the night before, Saturday night, that I was hearing noises in the bushes. And I told him that it was strange noises. And I said, y'all just don't go outside. I said, if you do, let me know. So I guess he was alert and he was aware about the noises. So when he heard the dogs barking, he looked out the window and he called me and said, "Ma, the dog's outside barking at something." So I said, well, see what it is. You know, I was still in bed and I was getting out the bed trying to get my clothes. So he said, Ma, it look like a monkey.
So you're going to send your child outside because you're in the bed. Your dog's out there carrying on. And you're going to send your child outside to go see what it is because you're trying to get your clothes on. Got you. Okay. Home of the Braves and the Oilers. What the hell is that? Mississippi?
So I said, well, to go, I said, record it. I said, make sure because, you know, so we could have proof of it, that it was in our yard. Because I didn't know if it was just running past or, you know, leaving or whatever. So he said, I can't get a clear shot. He said, but mine, it's the monkey. So I said, oh, snap. Let me get my phone and let me get my gun. Let me call the police and stuff. So when I come out, I got in my truck and I backed up down this road and I stopped about right there. And he was on top of that bin right there, and he left from that bin and went and jumped on the railing of that porch. And I sat in my truck, and when I got out, I said, okay, you know, do I sit here and wait for it to run away, run to somebody else's yard?
I don't know why she went to sit in her truck. That's what I'm confused about. So you're going to sit in your truck, you're going to leave the kids in the house, and you have your gun. I would have just sat right there, wait for them to pop up and boop, boop. But let's listen. This
You
is
know, I
in
have a
Mississippi.
3-year-old, and you know,
They escaped from
what if
the lane.
it come back
Whoa.
out, you know, hide in the woods and come back out and try to attack her later on. And, you know, she can't defend herself from a wild monkey, and all it takes is a little scratch for her to, you know, develop something.
Monkeypox.
And we don't know what these monkeys have because one minute they have this, and then the next minute Tulane is saying they don't have anything to avoid lawsuits and stuff. So, you know, I'm not going to take my chances with my baby versus infected animal. So I did.
Not infected, but an affected animal. An AFF. ECTED. Come on, girl.
What any mother would do. And I got out and I shot at the monkey. And he had a look like something was wrong with him, you know.
You shot him. You shot the damn monkey. What was he supposed to do? Smile at you and say thank you? You shot the monkey. What the hell?
It looked like something was wrong. And I love animals.
I do too,
And
girl.
I have dogs. I have a cat. I have a rabbit. You know, and she has had a turtle. We love animals. So,
girl, I don't know if she brought the dog in or not, but I know she left her house, went set out in her truck and backed up, and she was on the hunt for that monkey. Now, you should have put some bananas out there, some type of food, so he can come, and you know what I mean? She's funny.
it's like not like I'm an animal killer, you know. I didn't want to just kill a thing, but I mean, it's my baby versus the animal, a dangerous animal at that, you know.
No, I understand. So when you call 911 or you call wildlife and forestry?
I called the game warden and I called the 911.
Okay, so how did the call go with the game warden?
Well, they were just saying that they was gonna send somebody out, you know, asking for the address, and that was basically it.
So you killed it before they got here?
Right.
Okay. So when they got here, did they do any cleaning up or they just
No,
scooped it up?
nothing. And then he picked it up off the porch and drug it through here and put it on the back of his pickup truck. You know, I would have thought he would have put it in the bag, you know, once he picked it up off the porch and put it in the bag. So now I have to disinfect and clean off everything through here because, you know, you can't see where the blood trail is at. So, and then you would thought that they would have came through and searched the woods in here and see if the other one is around. The other one could have been sitting in the woods watching everything go down. You know, so
I'm sorry.
look, the other one might be mad at me.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
he might be somewhere watching. So, you know, it's crazy. You know, you can't just sit here and just say, oh, well, let me just put it in a cage and feed it until somebody shows up, you know.
So as far as the monkey's behavior, or I know you probably didn't get up close on it. Did you see anything on it that looked strange, out of the ordinary, or did it just look like a monkey?
Well, it had like tattoos on it. You could see a tattoo like on him, and it looked like a black spot, but like when you zoom in on the I'm sorry, I heard something. And But when you zoom in, you could see like it was a tattoo on it. And you know, these is lab rats basically. You know, they getting tested and poked on. You never know what they really have. You know, those 3 things that they name, that's probably just a few of the things that they have. And so
how do you feel now? Today, it's a new day.
I mean, I hate that it happened because I do love animals, but you know, Tulane need to own up to it, and they need to get somebody out here looking for the rest of them.
Mommy.
You know.
You tell her to Marcus.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Get out here and find the rest of these monkeys. And for all the people that's being rude and negative, get out here and search for the animals and find them yourself. So
I don't think I have any other questions.
okay.
So I wanted you guys to see that. She shot that damn monkey. And she said the monkey looked like he had something wrong with him. You shot him. And then she said he had a tattoo. How close were you on that monkey? But hold on a minute. Let me see. I think there was some. Hold on. Let me see if there was any videos of that monkey. Because I was looking for the monkey video. Because she said she had it on her camera. But I didn't see any monkey video from her. But I did see escape monkey Tulane. Hold on, let me see. I did see. No, I didn't see it. It was another. I think it was from Tulane Universities. Oh yeah, Overruns Mississippi. Hold on a second. Let me show you this. Yep, it Overruns Mississippi, but I didn't see her.
Reported from Tulane University in New Orleans, escape in Mississippi after the truck they were in overturned. This happened along I-59, just about 20 miles north of Laurel, Mississippi. The primates, were told, had hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID, posing potential health risks. However, Tulane says all but one has been destroyed and that they belong to another entity and are not infectious. The university says it's collaborating with local authorities and will send a team of animal care experts to help if needed.
Okay, so that's the monkeys. So that's what but that's not her the video she said that she took of the monkey, because I still don't find that. This is Jake Harrow's mother-in-law, and I want you to hear what this lady have to say, and I'm gonna give her much respect. Okay, so what she's saying at his sentencing hearing, she kept asking him to face her. She wanted him to face her. She said that Jake isolated her daughter, Rebecca, from her. And this is Rebecca's mother, Emmanuel's maternal grandmother. They don't know how they got to loose break the silence. They have no idea. So I think it's branding. It wasn't a tattoo. But she said he looked like something was wrong with him. You shot him. But Rebecca's mother speaks at his sentencing hearing. And then on that, he did receive 25 years and blah, 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 blah. He has fines and restitutions, but we still don't know. We still don't know where Emmanuel is. I give the grandmother respect. She had no idea. Her daughter was isolated from her. She didn't know Rebecca was pregnant with the first child until she had a heart attack and came to the hospital. She never knew anything about baby Emmanuel until all of this happened. He isolated her daughter. But again, let's listen.
Its discretion regarding the appropriate sentence in this case.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Anything further before the court begins its sentence?
No, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm sorry, we've had, I guess, a change of opinion. So the Emmanuel Haro's grandmother has now asked to address the court about the sentence.
Okay. And are you ready at this time?
Ma'am.
Okay. Hello, ma'am. And Mr. Smith, if we can have an introduction, please.
Yes, so this is Emmanuel Haro's maternal grandmother, and her first name is Mary, M-A-R-Y, and I'll have her spell her last name.
B-U-S-H-A-U-S-E-N.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and thank you for being here today. And ma'am, I want to make sure that I hear everything that you have to say, that our court reporter can take down everything that you have to say, and that we have an accurate record. We've cleared our entire afternoon, so you don't feel the need to be rushed. So whenever you're ready, if you could speak loudly and clearly and slowly for us. But whenever you're ready.
I want Jake to look at me.
Ooh, now it's hot in here. I put my heater on. Jesus.
And ma'am, if you can address the court.
I would like for him to face me, to look at me.
Okay.
And Nana, if you could speak up as loud as you can, please.
I wanted Jake to face me, to look at me, because I told him that I would be here for his sentencing before he was arrested. I talked to him about, as a friend, to tell me everything, because he didn't give me the opportunity to meet my grandson. He destroyed my whole family. He branded his children for life. He damaged her children, all his children for life. And in doing that, he destroyed my family, my children, everybody in my family. All my children are destroyed by this. He changed my daughter to where we don't know who she is. He never gave me a chance to see my grandchildren. He kept my daughter away. I don't know what he did or how he changed my daughter's life. But she was never that same person after she went to live with him. The only reason Rebecca came back, because in March I had a stroke. And my son got hold of her and told her I was in ICU. That's how I met Mackenzie, my 2-year-old granddaughter. I didn't even know she existed. Because I was not aware that she was pregnant with Mackenzie. I was not aware that she was pregnant with Emmanuel.
You hear that, right? She had no idea.
You know, deprived everybody. And it has hurt my children because the media has torn all of my children apart, okay? Because they say, Grandma knows, Grandma isn't on it, Grandma doesn't know nothing. If I had known what was going on, I would have take my daughter out of there forcefully, or I would have called the police. My sons would have come and got her, okay? Never did we ever knew anything. If I had known when I called social service when Rebecca moved in, I called social service to let them know that I didn't like him. Because my granddaughter Irene was afraid. She didn't want to be there. She called me and she says, Grandma, I don't want to be there. Okay, so I called social service. I asked social service to give me a report of what had happened, what they found out. Oh no, she's fine. The house is beautiful.
You hear this, right?
They have food in the fridge. That's it.
This is social services.
Have social service come and told me what he had done to promise these other children. Nothing of this would be here. We wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. My grandchildren, Emmanuel wouldn't be gone. Mackenzie wouldn't have been born. Because he had already done a lot of horrible things to his other children. He branded those children for life. And in the same way, branded all my children too. Because I can't go nowhere without they asking me. Every time I go to the store or somebody recognizes me, they attack me, you know? On social media, everywhere. And that is not my doing. Or my children. This has been horrible for us. I was glad the day that got arrested because I fear for my daughter's life. I fear for everybody. And, you know, he had a second chance. My daughter didn't have a chance.
Hi, Lauren Marie.
Or his children didn't have a second chance. And I think the judge that let him go should be here sitting with him. And so is social service. Because they could have told me, oh no, protocol doesn't allow us to tell you anything. Well, how are we supposed to protect our children if we don't know? The court knows what's going on. I didn't know. I called social service.
She called social services. She called social services because she didn't like when her daughter moved in there. They went over, they said the house was clean, they have food in the fridge, and that's all they did. That's it. That's all they did. So she did call. She had no idea about his other kids or anything else. She says her whole family, was being attacked. So I kind of feel for her. I really, 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 really do. Because you don't know what's going on. But then again, you ask yourself, why didn't you go over there? I don't even think she knew where they lived, to be honest. But let's listen.
I didn't know what he had done to his other children. And here he sits, you know, like nothing. Somebody will give him another chance. And I don't want that. Because he didn't give his children a chance. He didn't give my daughter a chance to be happy to take care of her children, okay? My 20-year-old granddaughter, my 18-year-old granddaughter are a mess because of him. Mackenzie, it's totally changed, a little baby, a 2-year-old girl that has nothing, okay?
Look at this
I'm
lady.
very, very stressed out, very angry at the justice system for letting...
She's shaking. She's the only family member for her daughter that's there. Nobody else wanted to be there. And I'm like, that's crazy. And he's sitting there, and the only reason he took that plea, still, it wasn't an agreement. He pled guilty. There was no agreement. They still don't know where this child is. No one knows where baby Emmanuel is.
This guy giving him a chance. Who gave my grandchildren a chance, a second chance? Did CPS check? Why didn't they tell me? Oh, look, this is what that guy does.
She said she called CPS because she wasn't happy when her daughter moved in there. So I was trying to understand, was this before or after the heart attack? because when she's talking, I got lost and I've listened to it a couple of times, George, but she said she didn't like it. And then she said she didn't like when her daughter moved in there. And she said she called CPS and they said everything was, the house was clean, fruit was in the refrigerator. And I'm like, okay, but what was the basis for her call? Hold on, let's go back.
Every time I go to the store or somebody recognizes me, they attack me, you know, on social media, everywhere.
Yes,
And
she's
that is
pregnant.
not my doing or my children. This has been horrible for us.
It was worse for baby Emmanuel.
I was glad the day that got arrested because I fear for my daughter's life. I fear for everybody. And, you know, he had a second chance. My daughter didn't have a chance with him. Or his children. His children didn't have a second chance. And I think the judge that let him go should be here sitting with him.
Oh!
And so is social service. Because they could have told me, oh no, protocol doesn't allow us to tell you anything. Well, how are we supposed to protect our children if we don't know?
It doesn't, George.
The court knows what's going on. I didn't know. I called social service. I didn't know what he had done to his other children. And here he sits, you know, like nothing. Somebody will give him another chance. And I don't want that. Because he didn't give his children a chance. He didn't give my daughter a chance to be happy to take care of her children, okay? My 20-year-old granddaughter, my 18-year-old granddaughter are a mess because of him. Mackenzie, it's totally changed, a little baby, a 3-year-old girl that has nothing, okay?
But she still doesn't say why she called social services.
I'm very, very stressed out, very angry at the justice system for letting this guy, giving him a chance. Who gave my grandchildren a chance?
What about your daughter? She had see, this is where I get upset at. Your daughter could have left. She was driving around. I get it. They're saying now that he manipulated, he did this to her, he brainwashed her. She was able to get those kids and leave. If she's being abused, those kids being abused, Emmanuel had never went to a doctor's office. Get out of here.
The CPS checked. Why didn't they tell me? Oh, look, this is what that guy does.
Exactly, Callie babe.
He takes it out on the children, on the baby. He can't do it to a grown person. He's not man enough to do it to a man, okay? He destroys so many lives. His mom, his brother, everybody, okay? Nobody wants to be here. Nobody wanted to come and look at it.
Exactly. She's still hanging on to the same story that the child was kidnapped. The man confessed to murder. Still don't know where the body's at. Don't know where the little boy is. But, okay, you're still not talking. And then they found text messages between them, calls between them that day. And what Jake told her, don't say nothing stupid. But still, you were away from him. You were at the Five Below by yourself, supposedly with the baby. You could have went to the police station right then and there and said, this man killed my baby. He's been beating me up. We see your black eye, which was days old. You did none of that. They would have went to that house and grabbed his big ass out of that house. Get out of here.
But I had to speak for my grandson and my grandchildren, and for my children too. because they're going through every hell in this world, okay?
Thank you, Mom.
I didn't mourn my grandson that he passed away. We buried him on the 5th
Listen to this.
of August, and they were saying that, oh, we probably bury Emmanuel in my grandson's, when we bury my grandson.
Now,
okay?
you remember the funeral, the video that I showed you when she had that black eye and people were asking her about the baby? She's saying her grandson. She said she never met him, but she knew that was a baby. But she didn't know she was pregnant until way after. So something is not right here. Now, there's two funerals. There is an aunt and a grandson. I think it was the grandson's funeral where they were at when she had that black eye.
I lost my grandson on the 5th. We buried my grandson on the 5th of August. Then he calls me on the 14th of August and says that Emmanuel is kidnapped.
That's it. That was the funeral she was at. That's the funeral.
And then my sister passes on the 17th of August. We didn't have a chance to mourn any of my sister.
Hey, sister, I'm live. What's up? Oh my God, I'll tell her. Okay. All right, bye. Amber, you need to get into Shit Shows Live right now. Texas Girl is in Shit Shows Live talking shit on you, and some guy on the panel saying that you eat Texas Girl Pussy. Okay, that was my sister. I'm sorry, I had to take that.
My grandson, my other grandson, none. Because everybody was angry at everybody.
Exactly,
How
Callie
did this
Babe.
happen? Why? I wish you could look at me and tell me why.
Hi, Savage.
He was never in my house. He knew I didn't like him. He knew I called social service, and that's why he kept my daughter away. He changed her so she couldn't have no contact with me or his brothers. Okay?
Ooh, Texas Girl, you.
Had I had not had a stroke, I would have never met Mackenzie or, probably heard it on the news about Imani. Okay? So don't blame my children. The media has blamed my children. Everybody. The TikTokers, everybody.
The TikTokers. Okay. I get what she's saying, that people have blamed the children. I'm blaming Rebecca. Okay? I'm blaming Rebecca. You were not with Jake at the Five Below. You were not with him. Oh, I didn't even know you said that. My sister just called me. I told you she's everywhere. My sister just called me. I blame Rebecca, okay, for this farce that was going on. And yeah, I'm going to get into shit shows in a few. But I blame Rebecca. At that time, baby Emmanuel was already deceased, okay? You could have driven to the police station. You could have told them what was going on. Her daughter knows that, thank you, Savage, that child was being abused. We see she was being abused. That 3-year-old little girl was being abused. You could have taken your ass to the police station. He had already killed baby Emmanuel. What are you waiting for him to do? To kill your 3-year-old? Or are you waiting for him to kill you? Get out of here.
Grandma Mary knows. I don't know nothing, okay? And I stand here with you, asking you to give him the maximum. Because I don't want him to give him another chance. He
Your
didn't give
daughter's going to
nobody
get
a
the maximum
chance. He
too.
had many chances. He had a chance. The judge gave him a second chance. The probation gave him another chance. The CPS Oh, well, no, he's fine. He's got food in the fridge and the house is
Exactly.
clean.
She blamed everybody but her daughter as well.
That doesn't hide it, okay? And that's not fair to the children to let somebody out like that.
But your daughter knew what he did when she got with him to his other kids.
And I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm just very, very upset and very stressed out.
And ma'am, no need to apologize. This proceeding here is for you to make your impact statement to talk about how the crime has affected you and your
Ooh, let me
family.
get into shit.
I do want to lead with, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for all the hurt that you and your family have gone
See,
through.
this is the kind of shit I
And
just
I
don't
want to
want.
thank you for being here today.
I'm here because I'm the only one that wanted to be here because my children don't trust themselves to come in and talk because they're so upset, so angry at this system, what they did. How could they give him a second chance when you see the pictures of the little girl? How? That's beyond me. You get two drunk driving tickets and you go to jail or you pay a goddamn fine. And he, a slap on the hand, go and do community work. Okay? How does that happen, Your Honor? I want to know how did that happen.
I feel bad for her,
Anything else, ma'am?
but your daughter is not telling you the
Thank you.
truth.
Mr. Smith, Mr. Robinson.
So
any impact statement?
that was her statement to the court. Her daughter is not giving her the full statement. She's not telling her everything that happened. Okay. He was sentenced to 25 years. He's got time served with some other stuff, but he also got sentenced for a gun. It's just sad. But I am going to go right now, and I will be back later on because I see that Texas girl has a big ass mouth and she's steady fucking lying. Excuse me. I will be back, guys. I will be back, and I don't think this is going to be a really nice stream. So I will see you guys later. I don't know who else is going live right now. I just know that Shit Show is live and I need to get in this chat. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.